Hello, folks. So we're back again for Global Enterprise Week, our latest installment. We have Eoighan Rodgers, who's the owner of two companies. We have Inova Fencing and Rodgers Fencing, or Inova Gates, sorry, and Rodgers Fencing. So, Eoighan, first of all, thanks for joining us.
No problem at all. No problem.
So, Eoighan, can you give us a bit of a background as to how you got into the company itself?
Well, many years ago, my father formed a fencing company, probably 40 odd years ago. And whenever I left school, I stepped straight into the company. Back then, I was out on the sites. So just from there, I grew from the sites into the office and then into a managerial role. And that's where I'm at today.
And did you do a trade or anything, or was it just you went straight into the business and learned your trade through work?
I just learned it through the guys we had on the site. You know, we're out on the site, so labouring at the very start, learning the site works, learning how to do fencing, measuring, all them type of things. And whenever you learn that and you go into the office environment and you start to get into the role I'm at now, you understand the game, you understand what you need to be doing in pricing, you understand how difficult certain conditions can be, and that knowledge gives you a good foundation for where you need to be and how you need to progress with your prices and tenders and all that type of things.
Brilliant. And so in terms of can you give me an idea of any projects, any kind of construction, fence, gating projects you're involved with at the minute?
We've finished a good few projects in the Derry City and Strabane area in the last few years. A few big ones. We done Melbourne Sports Complex in Strabane. We've done a lot of fencing and catch nets there. We just finished a job in Leaf Fair pitches in, I think it's the Northland Road, that is. We've done two big catch nets there. We're on a select fence panel for Derry City and Strabane Council. So we tendered for that last year and we're on a select list for their fencing panel. We've done Clooney Greenway in Derry City and Strabane area, a lot of fencing there. So we do a lot of work in the Derry City and Strabane area. We also have an engineering workshop here in Draperstown, and we have taken on some Northwest Regional College apprentices for weld apprenticeships. So again, we have a connection there with the Northwest Regional College and Jerry and the welding end.
Brilliant. And has COVID affected your work in any way, or because most of it I would imagine would be outdoors, is it just the same as normal, or have you been hit by it?
COVID's left everything very difficult. We lost 6 or 8 weeks, I think, or at least at the very start, we've been off. That has impacted us greatly, not in lack of work, with too much work at the one time since we've come back. The work that we had before COVID, then the work that was injected into us straight after, all has to be trying to be done within a shorter time frame. And with other companies, suppliers that we use, galvanizers, powder coaters, with them being off, then everybody's backlogged. So lead times normally of 4 to 6 weeks for material is now 8 to 10 weeks. And that's very difficult to try and navigate. Time scales, try and organize men, you know, whenever you don't know when stuff will be ready. So it hasn't impacted us with no work. It has impacted us in the other way that we're nearly too busy at the moment, but you can have worse complaints now, to be honest.
I suppose, I mean, we've been talking to people in kind of hospitality sectors and the arts and that, and I suppose that's, I mean, but it would be good for any of our students who are thinking of maybe becoming entrepreneurs in that kind of field, that something like this wouldn't have an impact. In fact, as you say, it's just kind of a backlog of work more than anything. So speaking of that, I mean, if you were to give any advice to our students who were to go into that field, who maybe thought of running a business, owning a business, from that standpoint, is there any advice you would give them?
Well, the advice I would give them is you'll have to start at the bottom and work your way up. You'll have to start and go out on the sites and learn your trade. If you don't learn the trade in any aspect of life, whether it's here or welding or hospitality or anything at all, you need to know what you're doing from the very start. So you need to start at the bottom, get out with somebody that would be a good teacher, learn what you're doing, and then just take the next jump and get into your own van and tools in regards to our game. And there's no shortage of work in our industry at the moment. Now, in 6 months or a year, that may change, but at the moment, we don't see any shortage of work. And to be honest with you, it's very, very hard to get good quality labourers and fitters in our industry. So there's scope there for young people to be learning if they have the interest in learning.
Brilliant. Well, Eoighan, thank you very much. So, folks, that is Eoighan Rodgers, owner of Inova Gates and Rodgers Fencing. So, Eoighan, thank you very much. That's really good advice and also a bit reassuring to know that there's still plenty of work coming in. So, if anybody's thinking of venturing into the entrepreneur side of it, owning a business in that field, Eoighan's saying basically play your trade first, earn your trade, and then look at the management ownership side of it. So, Eoighan, thank you very much. It was great for you to join us, and we're very grateful.
No problem. Thank you for having me. No problem.
Not a problem. All the best.
All right. Thank you.